A new threat in Salem past comes back to haunt her. Salem has never been a place for the faint of heart, but for Kat Green, the shadows are growing longer and darker by the day. In a town where secrets are currency and blackmail is more common than breakfast, Kat finds herself at the center of a chilling mystery that could unravel everything she's tried to build. Her past is clawing its way to the surface, and this time it's not Clyde Weston pulling the strings. A new predator is circling, and their threats are growing more intense. For viewers who have followed Kat's tumultuous journey since her arrival in Salem, what happens next will shock, disturb, and intrigue. The drama unfolded in the May 13th episode of Days of Our Lives with an eerily quiet moment inside a hospital room. Kat, recovering from recent chaos that has tested her limits, reaches for her phone. It's a number she knows all too well. So familiar, in fact, that the sight of it makes her body tense and her eyes flicker with a blend of annoyance and something deeper. Something like fear. She checks around to ensure she's alone before answering, her voice sharp with irritation but not shaken with terror. Not yet. Yes, I got your messages, all 10 of them, she snaps, clearly fed up. Her voice is cold, brittle, clipped. I thought by not answering you'd get the picture, but let me be clear. I don't care. Don't call me again. With that, she hangs up. But it's not the end, only the beginning. As the phone call ends, Kat's expression changes. For just a moment, a mask slips. Her shoulders sag ever so slightly. Her eyes cloud with worry. She's not scared for herself. She's scared someone might overhear, might ask questions, might start connecting dots she's worked so hard to scatter. That moment of vulnerability hints at something far more sinister than an annoying ex or disgruntled friend. Someone knows something. Someone has power over her. And Salem isn't safe when someone like Kat is being blackmailed into silence. Let's be clear, this mystery caller is not Clyde Weston. He's still comatose, barely clinging to life after his last scheme blew up in his face. And if it were Clyde, Kat's reaction would have been pure panic or rage. This isn't that. This is complicated. Unlike her past entanglement with Clyde, which reeked of direct threats and brute manipulation, this new situation has a subtler, more insidious texture. The unknown caller isn't making open threats. Yet, they're needling her, haunting her with persistence, trying to bait her into something. Kat's annoyance might mask it, but the danger is real. Because whoever's behind those calls knows Kat's secrets, and they're not afraid to use them. So who could it be? The list of potential suspects is short but disturbing. One name that immediately comes to mind is Leo Stark. Always scheming, always watching from the shadows, Leo's presence in Salem has been known to leave destruction in its wake. If Leo suspects that Kat has information about E.J. DiMera's mysterious shooting, or worse, if he thinks she played a role, he might believe that a little pressure will crack her open. And we all know Leo has no moral boundaries when it comes to manipulation. But there's another possibility, and it's even more unsettling. Gwen Rizzik. Yes, Gwen is currently off-screen, but her return is slated for July, and this could be the perfect setup. Gwen and Kat have a strange, tangled connection, rooted in deception, impersonation, and dangerous ambition. Remember, Kat once posed as Abigail Devereaux, and Gwen knows all about it. She may even see Kat as a kindred spirit, another woman willing to do anything to survive. What if Gwen doesn't want revenge, but a partner in crime? What if this isn't a threat, but a proposal? The implications are terrifying. Gwen could be orchestrating a brand new scheme from afar, using Kat's fear and vulnerability as leverage. Maybe she wants Kat to seduce someone, plant evidence, or lie under oath. Maybe she wants a distraction while she re-enters Salem unnoticed. Or maybe, just maybe, she wants Kat to betray someone she's grown to care about. The most likely candidate? Chad DiMera. Kat has grown closer to Chad in recent weeks. He's seen glimpses of the real woman beneath the secrets. He's extended trust, compassion, even affection. And now all of that is in danger. If Kat is forced into a scheme that hurts Chad, it could destroy her emotionally. But if she refuses, she risks having her darkest secrets exposed. Either way, the cost is devastating. This blackmail isn't about money. It's about control, influence, power, and it's working. Kat's dilemma will only deepen as the days unfold. Will she confide in Chad, risking everything in the hope that he'll protect her? Or will she try to outmaneuver the person on the other end of that phone, playing a dangerous double game that could end in catastrophe? Viewers should brace themselves for a dramatic reckoning. Kat is walking a razor's edge, and one wrong move could end her career, her reputation, or worse, her life. As the mystery unravels, we'll learn not just who's behind the calls, but how far they're willing to go to get what they want from Kat. And the real question, how far is Kat willing to go to keep her secrets buried? Stay tuned. Salem's not done with her yet. Not by a long shot. Salem is no stranger to scandals, secrets, or schemes. But even the most seasoned residents might raise an eyebrow at the latest whispers surrounding Kat Green. With mysterious calls haunting her hospital room and a growing look of dread in her eyes, Kat seems more like prey than predator these days. And sources close to the situation suggest that the puppet master pulling the strings is none other than Gwen Rizzik. Yes, Gwen, known throughout Salem for her manipulative streak, troubled past, and tangled history with the Devereaux and DiMera families, may have just returned to the chessboard. But this time she's not moving pieces for power. She's moving them for control. And Kat Green is her newest pawn. A tangled connection. Gwen and Kat's secret link on the surface. Gwen and Kat appear to have no obvious relationship. They haven't been seen in the same room. They don't share a family name, and there's no history of a shared scandal, at least none that's been made public. But longtime viewers will recall Kat's controversial decision to impersonate the late Abigail Devereaux, a move that rocked Salem and brought about no small measure of suspicion and outrage. What many didn't know until now is that Gwen found out. And Gwen, ever the opportunist, kept that information close. While she may have initially stored it away for future use, she's now cashing it in. According to insiders, Gwen has been keeping tabs on Kat from a distance, monitoring her moves, and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. That moment appears to have arrived. The blackmail begins as Kat recovers in the hospital. She receives a call from a number she recognizes and dreads. The conversation is short but telling. "Yes, I got your messages. All 10 of them," Kat says, visibly agitated. "I thought by not answering you'd get the picture. But let me be clear. I don't care. Don't call me again." However, her body language tells another story. She glances around the room as if fearing someone might overhear. Her tone is irritated, but beneath the surface there is tension, a silent panic suggesting that whoever is on the other end of that call holds something over her. Sources now confirm that Gwen is behind the messages. And what she wants isn't money. It's leverage. What does Gwen want? Blackmail usually revolves around financial gain. But Gwen plays a deeper game. According to a source close to the situation, Gwen's return to Salem will be anything but quiet. She's planning something, and she wants Kat to be the face of it. Exactly what Gwen is orchestrating remains unclear, but early indications suggest she's building a scheme that could shake several Salem families to their core. And Kat's involvement isn't optional. Gwen reportedly sees Kat as the ideal person to infiltrate social circles, manipulate emotional bonds, and carry out delicate operations without raising suspicion. Among Gwen's rumored demands, monitoring Chad DiMera's movements, especially as tensions rise in the DiMera household. Influencing Sarah Horton, who has been emotionally vulnerable in recent weeks. Gathering intel on E.J. DiMera, whose involvement in recent criminal matters has made him both powerful and precariously exposed. Planting false narratives or evidence to mislead Salem authorities, or worse, the public. If Kat refuses, Gwen has everything she needs to ruin her. The impersonation of Abigail isn't just scandalous, it's criminal. And if made public, it would destroy Kat's reputation, her career, and her fragile social standing in Salem. Gwen knows this. And she's counting on Kat's silence and obedience. The bigger picture, what makes Gwen's strategy so dangerous is its subtlety. Unlike Clyde Weston's brute force tactics, Gwen's approach is psychological. She doesn't need to yell or threaten. She simply applies pressure, waits, and watches as her target unravels. Kat is already showing signs of strain. Close allies, including Chad and Kayla, have noticed her increasing distraction and emotional instability. But Kat is walking a tightrope. If she tells anyone, she risks Gwen releasing her secret. If she stays silent, she becomes complicit in a scheme she doesn't even fully understand. Gwen, meanwhile, remains out of sight, plotting, planning, and pulling strings. What's next for Kat Green? The question on everyone's mind. Will Kat obey, or will she fight back? She could confide in someone, perhaps Chad, who has recently shown surprising support for her. But doing so would mean exposing herself and trusting that he won't abandon her when the truth comes out. Alternatively, Kat could attempt to outmaneuver Gwen. But that's a dangerous game. Gwen has been burned before, and she's not one to forgive or forget. Any attempt to deceive her could provoke a far more public, far more humiliating retaliation. One thing is certain, Kat is running out of time. And the longer she hesitates, the deeper she falls into Gwen's trap. A dangerous game in Salem as Gwen prepares her next move. Salem braces for the fallout. If history has taught us anything, it's that Gwen never acts without a plan, and that plan usually involves collateral damage. Kat Green may be the first target, but she likely won't be the last. Stay tuned. The storm is coming, and no one in Salem is safe from what's about to unfold.